Hey guys, what's up? It is me, Mila. Happy Thursday to everyone. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. And as always, I hope that you have had a blessed week. So I am here to do my week 40 post-op lap band surgery check-in. For those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome along to my journey. I've got a bit of a change of scenery today. I'm actually here at work. This is my office. For those of you that don't know, I work for the Parks and Recreation Department, so I decided that I do not have any time to make a video at home today, so I figured I would take a break out of my morning and make a video. So I hope and pray that nobody comes to interrupt me. As soon as my staff sees me out here, they immediately come to find me to talk to me about whatever it is they have going on. So I hope they give me at least 10 minutes to do a video update. So with that said, this is that's why you see me here. This is the background to my park. There's the pond back there with all the ducks. So anyway, so happy Thursday to everyone. Hopefully you guys have all been blessed. So okay, so it has been a chaotic, crazy week. I came to you guys last week. For those of you that are new to me, I started my journey back October 14th, 2011 at 292 pounds, and I joined the gym, and for several months I worked out and I lost 50 pounds. And on February 3rd, 2012, I had the lap band surgery at 240.5. So I have a 10cc Allergan lap band, and so I'm 9 months post-op. And so last week I came in with a gain. It was a major gain. I came in at 179.6, and it actually went all the way back up to like 180. The lowest, or the week prior to that, I had checked in at 176.6, and the lowest that I have seen on the scale is 175.6. And so last week I had a difficult week. I had the effort week. I struggled with the carb monster, and I needed a fill. I had the mentality of I'm getting a fill coming up, so might as well enjoy my week. All of that really bad mentality, and so I had a gain. So this week I'm checking in at 178.6. That was my check-in yesterday. I did not have an opportunity to do a weigh-in today. Although I'm sure it would have been a lot worse. I took my son out to the movies yesterday and I enjoyed life. So I indulged a little. So I've had a loss, but it's not the complete loss. I had a fill on Monday, and my doctor took me from a 4.9 fill to a 5.0 fill. If you've been following me for a little while, you know that I had to have an emergency unfill at 5.0 cc's. So even though I was at a 4.9 and a 0.10 of a fill probably isn't a big fill, it's where he felt safe, just because that's where I had previous issues. So that's where I'm at. I'm at a 5.0. I can tell you that today, 3 days later, that fill has done absolutely nothing for restriction. So it's interesting how maybe 1 week of 5.0 is way too much. I was choking on my saliva, to where this week it really hasn't done much for me. And that's just the nature of the band. You just kind of, your body adjusts to fill levels, and what may work for you 1 week doesn't work the next. And so that's where I'm at. So I've lost a little weight, but nothing major. So at this point, my next fill is the Monday before Thanksgiving, so the Monday right before that Thursday. I'm debating if I should call my doctor's office and try to get seen this coming Monday just for a little bit of an adjustment, or if I should just buckle down even harder and just try to see what I can lose. And if not, just maintain. I don't want to become fill dependent. I want to learn the proper behaviors that I need to continue to lose weight. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I've lost a little, not enough to put me back where I was, but it's a slow process at this point. Like I said, it's a slow process, and I'm gonna lose maybe half a pound, as opposed to where I used to be, when I used to be losing 3 to 4 pounds, the beginning of my journey. So we'll see. I'm disappointed. But I'm disappointed in myself because I went from one bad day to 2 bad days to a whole week, and then I really felt like I couldn't recover. Like I just kept sinking further and further down, and so it was my bad decisions. It was my bad choices that caused, part of that gain. I know a part of it was that I had been on liquids and mushies for a while, and so I knew that introducing solid food back into my diet was going to cause a bit of a gain, but not to the extent that it has. And so this week I have been better, but not the best, and I'm struggling with the fine line of I'm 5'7", 5'6.5", and so I go by 5'7", and so I'm 178 pounds. For somebody, I guess for an average person that wouldn't be bad, and I really don't feel overweight anymore. So I'm struggling with the fine line of becoming complacent. I have a goal weight of 155 pounds, 154. So my goal is to try to reach to 150. But because of how I carried my weight, I have the apron. I have all of the weight in my stomach. And so in order for me to look somewhat decent, by my standards, I have to continue to lose weight. And so I struggle because a part of me is becoming complacent that 178 pounds, 175 pounds is not heavy for somebody that's my height, especially because I live in 5-inch high heels half the time. But because of so I'm losing it because I'm distracted by the guy on the lawnmower. I struggle with the fact that that's not heavy, that's not overweight anymore. Well, I'm still in the BMI category of overweight, but for the most part, I'm okay. So I struggle with that. I'm at a healthy weight. I look okay. So part of me is becoming complacent. But the reason I'm becoming complacent is because I'm trying to not be so hard on myself, because I know that at this point in the game, I'm not going to be losing the weight the way I used to be losing it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, so you're not trying to put so much pressure on yourself, but there's a fine line between the pressure and the complacency. And then you want to get to goal, but I'm struggling with that. And so I'm trying to find the balance in that. I think I'm doing better because what I decided to do when the week that I gained the weight, which was last week, I decided to call my plastic surgeon. I don't know if I've shared this with the community or not, but I do have a plastic surgeon. When I was 18 years old, I had a breast reduction surgery. So I do have a plastic surgeon that I am going to go to. And so anyway, so I called my plastic surgeon and I scheduled an appointment for my surgiversary. So he normally doesn't like to see his patients till they're at least 12 months post-op from weight loss surgery. And so my insurance requires that I be 18 months post-op before they will consider a tummy tuck. And so what I've decided to do is, so I don't become so complacent, I've decided to schedule a consultation for plastics at my 12 months, hoping that that'll kind of keep me on point, keep me, within where I need to be. So it's a big order. I'm, at 178, that's 28 pounds, 25 pounds to get to goal in 80 something days. But I'm going to try really, really hard. So I'm hoping that by scheduling my plastics consultation, that it continues to push me to get to goal. And so, and not become complacent and not settle for where I'm at. And so I'm hoping that at that 12-month appointment, he can tell me if I need to lose more weight, which I would think at 155 and 5'7" that I shouldn't have to. But, so I'm hoping that that'll continue to push me. And then I have 6 months to establish with my insurance that I'm either maintaining weight, because they require you be at the same weight for 3 months, that I'm maintaining weight, and whatever it is I need to do to build up documentation as far as doctor's visits for rashes and for things like that. I did do some research, and it seems like I do meet the criteria, but I want to make sure that I don't leave any stones unturned. And so I'm hoping and praying, because that's a part of kind of my ramble, that it's hard. I'm trying to not become complacent, but at the same time, it's very, very disheartening to be at 115-ish pounds lost and have this stomach, this apron that's just, it's not going anywhere. And, I can try my hardest to hide it in clothes, but it's not going anywhere. And, the funny thing is, I've mentioned my breasts are deflated. Like, I need work. I know that the breasts I'm not going to be able to do through my insurance because it's not medically necessary. But, I had been sharing with my family, with my mom in particular, that, I needed work done. And she's like, first you take them off, then you want to put them back on. And, so my family wasn't truly understanding it, And so I finally was like, you know what, Mom? Let's do this. I dropped my clothes. I bent over. I showed her the good, the bad, the ugly. And afterwards, she was like, oh, okay. So now I have my mother's support. Not that I never really did, but, they don't really understand it because you try your hardest to hide it in clothing. And, for the most part, you succeed. But, who the heck wants to lose a massive amount of weight and still, feel insecure in their own body? So anyway, the point of that ramble is that I know that I'm not doing everything that I should be doing. I'm working on it. I'm continuously working on it. I look at the big picture of at least 115 pounds lost in this year. But I know that I can do more. I know I have to push myself further to get to goal. And there's nothing more that I want than to get to goal. And if I'm not happy with it, if I feel that I'm too thin or what have you, then I'll adjust that way. But I know that I have it in me to get to goal, and I'm going to strive to get to goal. So that's where I'm at. A huge ramble, right? But at least there was a pretty scenery in the background. Other than that, I went down to Cal State Northridge this past weekend for the Compete for Causes race. I was so excited. I'm very, very proud of everyone that participated. It was absolutely amazing to get to meet everybody. And so there's some of my staff members trying to get my attention. So I competed in the race, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun to get to just meet everyone. I'm going to try to put some pictures in at the end. Hopefully this video doesn't turn out to be too long. But other than that, life is good. I had a mommy and son date with my son last night. I've been feeling a lot of extra guilt just because I was out of town and just with the gym. And so I just had one of those moments yesterday where I just had to stop. Life just gets too busy. It gets too hectic. And my son is my priority. And last night I was at work and I just started thinking, like, my goal is to go to the gym 5 days a week. But in the process, I feel like I'm going through the motions with my son. Frozen pizza, get in the shower, do your homework, go to bed. So I just had to stop. And for those of you that have weight loss surgery and exercise as a commitment but have children, don't forget to stop every now and then and just enjoy them. Me going to the gym last night wasn't going to make or break the scale this morning. Probably the fact that I indulged last night, on our date did make a difference, would have made a difference this morning on the scale. But, I want to enjoy life, and I don't want it to be enjoy life or weight loss. I want it to be the same, and that's what I tell myself this past week. Like, don't keep saying that you were enjoying life and that's why you gained, because you can enjoy life in the losing phase and in the maintenance phase. And so it's just about making the right choices and the right decisions. Anyway, I've rambled. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys have had an amazing week. Continue to have an amazing week. Continue to lose big, love harder, and remember why you started that journey and for this journey. And for those of you that may not understand what that means don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about anything extra. I know that there's been a few of you that have been upset because you have gotten a few dislikes on your videos. I got a dislike on my video. Remember why you started your journey. You started your journey for you. You started this journey and this YouTube journey to document this for yourself. And so don't get lost in all of that other extra stuff. Focus on you, focus on what you have to do, and focus on the love and support that you do receive in this community. And so when I say remember why you started this journey, remember what brought you here, what brought you to your breaking point, what brought you to your starting point. So anyway, with that said, I'll let you guys go. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. For those of you that are continuously giving me support, you'll never know what that means. And for those of you on the East Coast, please know that I continue to pray for you. I love you all so much. Take care. God bless. Bye, guys.